How's it going, friends? This is Lewis here back again. And as always, I'm super excited. That's one of my catchphrases here.
Super excited?
Super excited. This time because the return of Cobra Kai. And if you know me, hey, look, listen, it's one of my favorite shows, man. Season 1 and 2, especially 3, I was a little bit on the fence. But hey, you can check out my review here on the Nerd Report later on. But today, we're going to talk about the wish list. John from Nerd Reactor, what's up?
Well, what's up? Wishlist, Cobra Kai.
Yes, this is a wish list for season 4. What we would like to see a little bit more of. If we have a few things we specifically want to see. And the main thing is I want to know, you guys in the comments, what do you want to see in season 4? More of, less of, or is there a cameo you want to see? Do you want the plot line to turn a certain way? I don't know what it is, but hey, it's Cobra Kai Mania. Now it's on Netflix, not YouTube. So they have a little bit more budget, maybe. I don't know. Google has a lot of money.
YouTube's big, Google's big, but
yeah, but
this is not their focus. The Netflix focuses on these type of shows.
Google and YouTube is big, maybe bigger than Netflix as far as the size of the company and what it's worth. But you said, the focus is not on streaming. So I think they're better off with Netflix in the long run. But John, you like season 3. You've liked every single season so far.
Yeah.
And I gotta say, I don't hate season 3, but there's a few things, I would like to see moving forward. Would you like to start, or would you like me to start?
Well, my question is, like, you already revealed it in your review, but
we're talking spoilers right
3. Now. We're talking spoilers now?
We're talking spoilers, but we want to know, what do you have on your wish list for season 4? Get on the program, man.
Is this going to be released after it comes out?
It's going to be released after, coño. Go.
Okay. But like with you, you're like season 3, is it just like slower for you?
Well, no, it's not that it's slower, but there's something I would like. Here, I'll start with my wish list. There's only a few things that I would like to see in season 4. Okay. So this is my first thing for season 4 is I would like for the Cobra Kai students and the Miyagi-Do students to up their martial art game. As far as like, maybe the show needs to bring in a choreographer, or the choreographer they have currently needs to sharpen up the skills of or what we see during the fights or during practice. There was a few scenes in season 3 and throughout the show, to be honest, but season 3 was a little bit more painful to watch because the students in Cobra Kai, some of them have been ranked up to black belt. They've been studying for a long time, and their stance, their positions are very, very sloppy, that I think even someone who's never trained in the martial arts would be able to tell. For example, I do love Tori, the actress is great. Her martial arts she does her martial arts very well, but there were a few times where I feel maybe the actress could have had a little bit more guidance in when she was just standing there with her hands up. She was just like her hands were just like sloppy. There was one scene I saw like that.
Tighten up her form.
They need to tighten up the form. There was times where they're practicing in the dojo and they're punching, and these are already these were already students that have been part of Cobra Kai or Miyagi-Do for a couple of seasons, and their punch is just like, it's kind of whack. There was no attitude like, hey, even if your form's bad, but you gotta. That's when the director comes in and's gotta say, hey, look at the camera mean. Like, look at me right now on the camera. Don't I look mean?
But I do want to talk about one character with the form. Like, I thought like he has that X factor, and he's gonna kick everyone's ass, which is Hawk.
Hawk is doing very well.
Yeah.
Hawk is doing very well. But Hawk is one of those actors that he's a fan favorite. There's no doubt about it. He's very threatening.
I hated him in season 3.
You did?
Yeah, because like, this guy, I hate him. He's a bully. He's annoying. Leave the kids alone.
Be a bad guy in all of them, though.
Yeah, I know, but still, it's like you're watching it and you're like, oh, this guy. Like,
guess what, John? Guess what, John? He did his job.
Yeah,
he did his job.
Yeah,
he's supposed to be hated. He's a bad guy. So that's one thing I would like to see in season. One thing on my wish list I'm going to cross out for season 4, because I know the directors are watching right now. Work on, give us a little bit of another dimension of the martial arts,
Mhm.
so we can visually, see. Because there was last season 3, I felt like there wasn't that much martial arts actually, but whatever.
Yeah, it was
You're
more training with, especially with Miguel, and just trying to get him out of that rut of being in a coma, and then
Yes.
learning to move again, and then walking.
Hmm. Okay, my next thing too, number 2 on my wish list is maybe relax on the flashbacks, especially when you're talking about flashbacks of the actual show, the season 1, 2, and 3 that we've already seen. There's
Yeah.
no need to really flashback to stuff those characters did. For example, I really liked the bully from season 1 return, the kid that was, the main, I forgot his name, but I
He was
do
like a
like,
wrestler, right?
yeah, he's a wrestler now,
Yeah.
the Asian kid,
Yeah.
and he was dating what's her name, Samantha, in the first one. I like that actor. I like what he did. I like his involvement in the show. And when he came back, I was like, whoa, that's awesome. Like, kind of like the circle's not complete. Then
Yeah.
they ruined it with a flashback. And I was like, man, that doesn't fit there. And it's like, I know that character already. I'm a cool.
I think for me, like, it was more like insulting. Like, hey, you probably didn't watch the first season or the previous one, but remember this when he did this in this show that you're watching. Like, I get it when they do flashbacks in the movies because the movies were like decades ago, and
Mhm.
there are some people that didn't watch the movies, but this one is like, yeah, you should be watching the show.
Well, I think the thing that they were worried about is also, since it's switched formats from YouTube to Netflix, maybe their idea was like, well, the Netflix audience doesn't know Cobra Kai, but I don't know, man. I
But they
think,
should, because the shows are on Netflix now, season 1 and 2.
but did people watch it? That's the thing.
They,
I don't know.
I think
It
they did.
felt like
Well,
they were
it
trying to.
was popular on Netflix. I think it was like number 1 on Netflix for a while.
So there's no excuse for it.
Yeah, so it's like like maybe some flashbacks here and there, but they do a lot of flashbacks from the previous seasons. Like, oh, remember this person? It's like, okay, we get it.
Yeah,
This
they did
person.
do a lot of that. I discussed that
Yeah.
with you. I'm glad we do agree on that. And again, the reason we're saying this is because we're fans. It's like, if it could get improved, if we didn't care, we wouldn't be making these videos, right? Because we do care about the show. It was something I think we both feel passionate about. Okay, my third on my wish list, and John, be thinking of some if you have any as well, because I'm going to get to you. My wish list, number 3 is cameos are not that important.
What?
Well, hold on. There were too many in this season, and I feel like the last season, it didn't have the impact of, it's like those 3, they could have had 2 or maybe 1, the Okinawa cameos, and then leave, spoiler, Allie for number 4, right? Because I felt like Allie was a throwaway. And I also felt like, what's it called? Chosen was not one episode. I feel like Chosen could have been someone who could have been like throughout the season.
Yeah, they could have. Yeah, no, I do enjoy the cameo stuff.
Yes.
I do enjoy these characters coming back, but I did wish there was more, because Cobra Kai, right? You're bringing in Johnny back, who's a villain in the first one, the main antagonist, the rival for Daniel, and he gets his own show. This is like his show and Daniel's show together. But then when you're bringing in the main antagonist for part 2, Chosen, you only have him for like the majority of one episode and maybe like the cliffhanger for another one, and that's it. I was like, this guy also needs more too.
Right.
And also for Kumiko. She only
Kumiko.
gets like 1-2 episodes.
I feel that maybe Chosen could have been the Miyagi of the show moving forward, because he stayed in Okinawa. He redeemed himself from before. He has a Miyagi how would I say, personality, like like kind of jokey, like
Yeah.
sense of humor. I think they could have done something a little bit better than with him, and then to ultimately, since Karate Kid 2 is not really looked at as the best a sequel,
Mhm.
make it one of the best sequels by saying,
Yeah.
hey, this guy who's actually a bad guy in the future, his character, his story, he evolved, or his journey was to the point where he's a grandmaster now. He is like Mr. Miyagi, and everybody's like,
Um,
what?
I th-
Really? That's kind of cool. Because he's in the motherland. He's in the mecca of karate, which is
yeah.
Okinawa. You know what I
I
mean?
think they didn't want to do that because the show is mainly about Daniel and
Yes.
Johnny. And so if they focus too much on Chosen, it might take away from the Johnny storyline. So I think a solution would be to come up with a story that involves Chosen, maybe teaming up with Kreese somehow. And that would
Ouch.
be like a bigger threat, so that now Johnny and Daniel would have to like, oh my God, Kreese is building his army and he has Chosen now.
Ouch. You really want to make Chosen a bad guy.
Yeah. No, no, no,
Kreese.
no. Like if they really want to like amplify that whole storyline with Chosen, but because I don't see Chosen, like let's say if he's, because in the show he's a 180 twist. Like in the movie he's bad, in the show he's good. So if they do it where he's good and he's helping out Daniel the whole time, I don't think that would work. Like maybe just I'll help out for one episode so that you can go back and focus on your story with your kids, your students, Samantha, and the rest of the gang, and then with Johnny and his students.
Yeah, man. That'd be deep. It's gonna, I dig it. At bottom line, we wanted to see a little bit more of Chosen, because I felt like, again, those cameos to me were kind of like not very well thought through, before they were executed. And they're big events, they're historical events. Maybe I'm exaggerating
They're my favorite parts of the season. Those are
they
the
are,
cameos.
but but I don't know what they did with Allie. It was just like, hey, I'm taking the day off. Where are you going? I'm going to the valley. What?
Well, she's visiting her family.
She didn't do that the past 30 years. That's another argument, man. We'll leave that. We'll leave
Hey,
that.
she's doing her family stuff,
Oh,
and she probably had the family come visit her in Colorado.
all right. Let me add another one to my wish list. I hope they improve the music by bringing in new music. I felt like this season had a lot of the soundtrack was redundant to what we've already heard before. And I feel like there's more music out there that they could have different themes, the different, the same character, maybe alter it a little bit. I felt the music got a little stale here.
What
So
do you mean? Like the rock music?
Nah, I'm talking, sorry, soundtrack music, not rock music, soundtrack music.
Like the score?
The score, yes. I felt it was a little bit too redundant. I did remember seeing that there. Maybe I'm just nitpicking and stuff, but I
didn't even notice the score.
I'm a big score guy.
But the music, no, I know, I love scores. I listen to like music, movie scores, TV scores, video game scores all the time. But with this show, I didn't even notice the score.
Well, let me tell you, let me clear something up. The score is amazing, but it's been on for 3 seasons already. So now it's time to like maybe bring in a new, some different themes, to complement what we already know. That's the way, that's what I was thinking as far as that's concerned. Do you have anything in the wish list that you could think of, or you want to see more of?
Are you done with your wish list?
No, I'm just thinking, I just want to throw you a bone, man, because I don't want to be talking all the time.
My wish list?
Maybe one.
Well,
do you have anything?
If you guys have already seen season 3, you should. If not, then you shouldn't be watching this. Wish list. Terry Crews. I mean, not Terry Crews. Terry Silver.
Terry Crews
is in there. Yeah.
Okay, so your wish list is to see Terry Silver return.
Yeah, because at the end, he's like, Kreese is calling someone, and he's looking at his photo of the black and white photo, and it's like, which one? I'm pretty sure the guy, because they never revealed their names, right? His friends.
No, but there was one guy, as I was telling, I was telling you off the air, that looked exactly like Terry Silver, and they offed him. I was like, what?
So maybe Terry Silver saw the style, and I think I want to copy that guy's style and in homage with I don't remember too much about his friends.
Well, what
in
they
there,
have
'cause-
to do is what they do have to do is continue that story from
of course,
Vietnam.
yeah.
That's part of my wish list as well. And I think that's something you would agree on is bring in Terry Silver, but also bring in more of what Cobra Kai is,
Yeah.
and why Terry Silver is in there.
Oh, I'm for sure. I think they're gonna like reveal like because at the end, right? Like there's one of his comrades was like, "Oh, thanks, you saved my
Yes,
life."
yes.
And I'm pretty sure we're gonna get more flashbacks of them doing things together, hopefully, so that we can see their friendship and how they've bonded and how Terry Crews decides, you know what, I would do anything
Silver.
for this guy.
Terry
I would.
Silver.
Terry Silver. Do I keep saying Terry Crews?
That's fine. Hey, look, last time you did something like that, you made a mistake. You got 90,000 views on your video with Star Wars. So
Yeah. Terry Silver. Yeah, don't. But
yeah.
Terry Silver, so that we get to see he would do anything. He would drop running his, empire to help out a friend.
Okay. Beautiful. So my thing is, they need to elaborate, because what they what they showed us in season 3 is not enough, in my opinion, to make me think that why Terry Silver is so loyal to Kreese.
Yeah.
Yet it's a beginning, but Terry Silver is obsessed with Kreese. He'll give him anything.
Oh yeah.
There was nothing. There was a little bit of that why in the show, but I feel like there needs to be more.
Yeah, of course they have to show more. And then another thing wish list is seeing, because first of all, when Johnny decides to bring back Cobra Kai, right?
Yeah.
Like, did he get permission from Kreese? Because Cobra Kai is a name, an entity. It's like you
No,
need
he didn't.
licensing. So that's why Kreese came back. It's like, no, this is mine. I'm
Mhm.
taking it over. But then it's not really Kreese's Cobra Kai. It's Terry Silver's Cobra Kai.
I think Silver gave it to Kreese, though.
Yeah, he gave it to him, but I wonder if he just owns it, or I think Terry Silver owns it still. He just allows Kreese to like just run it.
Huh.
Right?
That's interesting.
Like,
yeah,
they didn't really explain that. Like, who really owns it?
right. The legality of Cobra Kai.
The legality, yeah. Because remember, didn't he say, like, I bought a whole bunch of dojos for you, Kreese. We're gonna, and then he wants to take down, what is it, Miyagi? Like, I'm gonna open up and I'm gonna offer free classes to
every
the
corner.
students.
Yeah, every corner. Yeah.
So I want to see that, where let's say season 4, Terry Silver opens up a bunch of Cobra Kai dojos. And then Miyagi-Do with Daniel, he's like, how am I going to compete when there's a dojo and it's free training for all the kids just to piss off Daniel? Because he's that loaded.
Also, I would like to see Miyagi Healing make a return. Remember Miyagi Healing? No one knows it, how to use it. And I was almost, one of my predictions for season 3 was that Chosen was going to teach Daniel LaRusso Miyagi Healing when he went to Okinawa, and that didn't happen. So Miyagi Healing is still out there. Also, I do one of my wish list, and this is my last one. If you have one more, let me know after this. But I do want to see the tournament come back. I want to see a tournament come back.
Yeah.
And I want to hear "You're the Best Around" playing.
You're the best
around. No one's gonna ever keep you down.
I wonder how that's gonna happen with the tournament.
They're already training. That's what they're training for in season 3.
Yeah, they're training for it. But then at the end of season 3, Johnny students and Daniel students join forces. So how's that gonna work? Like the name,
Cobra Kai versus
Miyagi-Do?
Cobra Kai versus Miyagi-Do. It's still right.
Or they're gonna do like Miyagi Eagle Fang Do.
Oh my god. Oh man, that's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be interesting. I'm really hyped for it. Hopefully, it comes out sooner than later. John, thanks for any other ones, or you're good.
No, I'm in agreement. Like but there's like, you know, I still like the story, but I do want like more the fighting to be even more badass and like just the form. And because sometimes when you look at it, like it's like these are actors learning.
Doesn't matter though. There's the difference between keeping your hand closed
Yeah.
and open.
So just
I
more
know
training.
someone's gonna get on this video and say, "Oh, no one cares." It's like, dude. I mean,
Martial artists care. Like,
well, especially since the first movie cared.
and this movie is about martial artists.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, the first few movies, and like
But
when you
even like
saw,
when you watch the movies, like, you know, Ralph Macchio as Daniel-san in the Karate Kid movies, like,
yeah.
you know, it's fine for what it is, but to have
But
someone that
even when he did his kata, right?
Mhm.
He would here,
Yeah,
whatever,
yeah,
like doing the form or whatever he does.
yeah.
It's not the greatest martial art move or whatever, but he did it with confidence and stuff. And some of the
Choreography.
choreography. Sorry about that.
Yeah,
In the show or it's very off. It's very sloppy. It's like punching with your hand like this, without it being closed
yeah.
or not or simple. There's no like stance. There's no like simple stance or whatever. It's just like
But yeah, no, but yeah, it's like, come on, like let's imagine a show that actually has like good martial arts, like really, really
I'll
good,
beef it up.
and the story, and then you would enjoy it. Like, why wouldn't you enjoy it? Why wouldn't you want more from the characters to actually really look like they're badasses?
Yeah.
Because like, you know, when I watch Johnny, Johnny, William as Johnny Lawrence, like when he fights, like he still looks like he's a badass, you know?
Yeah,
But
because
when
they own it. They're like
he owns it when he does it. But when Ralph Macchio, like he could be better. Like even now.
Ralph Macchio is not that sloppy. I mean,
Mhm.
Ralph Macchio does Zabka may be better, or Zabka, maybe better, more convincing in some
Mhm.
points. But Machio, he does his traditional kata.
Yeah.
He sells it
Mhm.
very well. He has a confident look in his face, which is a lot of the helps it sell the scenes. But the other, I'm telling you, like when you're saying, "Hey, these are Cobra Kai," and Cobra Kai is so damn strict, and Cobra Kai, like Kreese doesn't give a crap if your leg hurts. He's gonna make you kick with that same leg and stand on your leg for an hour. If you show up to a Cobra Kai class and you say, "Hey, I'm not feeling well," he's gonna give you 1,000 push-ups. He doesn't give a crap. That's part of the
Yeah.
lesson,
It's
right?
training.
So
Yeah, it's like
there's no
military.
reason, huh?
Yeah, like it's like the military.
Yeah, he's military. So to be sloppy, that's not a thing. We're dwelling on that, but it is something that I think would improve the show immensely.
Yeah.
To convince.
And but yeah, those are just things that could be improved on. But it's not like it's not like a huge thing for me where I'm gonna be like, so like I can't watch this show because I still enjoy the show. I still love it. I still love the characters, the story, and all that.
And all
What's wish list? I don't know. I think pretty much, yeah. I just want to see more. I want to see like modern Terry Silver.
Modern Terry Silver, and maybe that other guy too. Geez, I forgot his name. The guy from Part 3 too. Mike Barnes.
Mike. Well, yeah, Mike. The bad boy.
That guy sold it, John. That guy. I don't know what kind of martial arts he did, or if he did any. But in Part 3, whatever you think of that movie, he sold his.
Oh yeah, he
style.
sold it. He was like on it. Like,
come on,
like,
man, come on,
hungry.
right now.
He's so hungry to get that 50% of his dojo.
All right. Hey, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this video. We're 25 minutes. Hey, and this is just the beginning because, look, we love Cobra Kai and we love the nostalgia. We love the fun that the cast and crew's having. We want to be part of it and we want to talk to you about it. And I'm going to bring John back. And you can follow John over at Nerd Reactor, or John Reactor here on YouTube. He has both channels. He also has a very cool website called nerdreactor.com. You can follow him there. He's got all the news, all the geek news, all the nerd news that's happening. You can follow me here at Nerd Report or nukethefridge.com, whatever your flavor is. I also have a Twitter at Nerdlecca. The handle's right there. Or just follow this damn channel. I don't know what to do, but just do it. Oh, and we want your comments, so please add them down below. Yes. Strike first.